I could summarize my story fairly quickly. In 2014, the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce awarded me Business Person of the Year. And as they were listing off my present and past accomplishments, at about the 3-minute mark, the way my wife tells me is people had asked her, is he ever home? And she looked back and said, rarely. I've always been able to go 1,000 miles an hour, ever since I was a kid, and I'll always be able to do that. And I just kept saying yes, and I kept doing more. And why have one full-time business when you can have two? Why be on 5 boards when you can be on 10? I've always been good at stretching myself thin, but I never realized the impact of what stretching myself thin did to my family. My partner and I went to the Global Leadership Summit, and the main reason why I went was to learn new ways to lead my team, get new tools, and find ways to do even more. And what really happened was I found out how I need to do less.
No, we're not supposed to leave it all on the field, because we don't live on the field, we just play on the field. We live at home, and if I leave it all on the field, I go home with nothing.
And the more and more he talked, I knew he was talking right to me, and that I had dropped the ball. My wife has said before that one of my greatest strengths is also my greatest weakness, is always wanting to help and get involved and do more, but at some point I can't give the best of me to everyone else and not give it to my family. I'm embarrassed to say what I did to my family and how I put them on the back burner, and I lost a couple years that I could have been more engaged. Yeah, I was at the basketball game, but every time out I was looking at my phone, and I was on the phone, calling people and emailing people, because I can do more and I can get things done and I can multitask. I can have 15 balls up in the air, but I wasn't doing my business very well. It wasn't growing like it could have. I wasn't connecting with God like I could have and should have. And I wasn't connecting with my family. Sure, they loved me and I loved them, but there was a lot more I could do with them, and that I've been doing with them. And it's the best thing that ever happened to my life, was just realizing that there is a myth, and giving 110% means you have nothing left when you get home, and they deserve more than that. And that's what I'm going to give them from now on.